Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will start this game off. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all for him.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. To the air, it's Sexton. He finds his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense has its first opportunity of the day. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Shakes off the tackler. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down.
man, those are really frustrating because it's easy pitch and catch. My quarterback just has to drift a little bit, and that running back has to kind of find a window where he's open, and he gets open a little bit, maybe a chance to make a big play after the catch, but just doesn't concentrate and bring the football.
Third down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Right back to him on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Dropping back, it's Sexton. Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, and they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, third down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on second down for this offense. The give to the back. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
After run, now throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. He turns that loose down the right side. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Great example of a receiver just winning at the line of scrimmage against press coverage. He's able to get a clean release, and that allows him to push down the field, stack the cornerback, made it an easier throw for the quarterback, and now all of a sudden they're in the red zone.
Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. The inside handoff. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Georgia going up tempo. On fourth down, flexing that muscle in the run game. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Love the call going RPO here on 4th and short. And how about the running back? This is a guy that gets the tough yards. He finds ways to get those hidden yards. He can push the pile, drive the way.
Touchdown, Dogs! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Grace. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. The give to Davis. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable.
Makes the catch at the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Vandy.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pocket starts to collapse. Their pass not close as he got twilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia sent out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw at Sexton. He's got his man. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Commodores will hustle to the line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, play's over, get down on the ground, don't take too many of those big shots.
Field goal is good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Gonna let it fly. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got it in the middle. It's McNabb. Tackle is made after the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll keep it on the ground. Jukes his way for more. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Sexton. Gets it out quickly. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Davis. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Coming after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it on the move. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into the season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level.
Oh, look out. There he goes. The 20. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Number 12.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They go to the ground. Smashes through. Busts through behind his pad. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Commodores.
What great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Nashville as we say hello from our broadcast studios. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Kirk. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs.
You know, we just went to half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently and to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to Ohio. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Hey, man, you want to make a statement defensively, make hits like that. You're going to start having these receivers think twice about running these routes. This defense came to play, and they are laying the wood.
Catch in the middle, it's McNabb. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the top.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Commodores are marching down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense in press coverage. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wide out in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's second and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Tries again to get it in. Touchdown Doors! And that one will put them up here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was out.
Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. The corners are walked up tight. Quarterback on the keeper. Nifty little dance step.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Using his legs to buy some time. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Commodores will punt this one away. On the return, it's Kirk. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jones. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It'll be a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. It didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
Pressure coming. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, going to the air. Quarterback extends the play. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And they're not on the same page there.
And last week was great for this young man, but man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. First down and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The run from the shotgun.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Going deep. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
No, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Sexton. He makes the connection. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Trying play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense.
42 Spider.
They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when they get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
Set to kickoff.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
On the play. Second down.
They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on 2nd down from the 5. Looking to pass. It's Sexton. Buys a little extra time. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground.
Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Got it past the marker. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Commodores in the hurry up. They'll ride Davis here. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
1st down, Commodores.
Looking downfield, it's Sexton. Into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Steps away to find some room. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Extending the play. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Tried to get them a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Snags it on the right. He's loose. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's McNabb. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to the air one more time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Sexton. Got his man down the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
1st and goal, Vanderbilt.
They'll go to the air. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And he made the extra point without problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kid Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Penn State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A 3rd and long coming up here. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Open space at the 25. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
Georgia.
They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. Started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
This one away.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Second down.
He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
It's now 3rd down.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Sexton. Fires to the right. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
It's 2nd down.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Offense getting set for first down.
Easy.
He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. The sweet feet buy a little time. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
At the 17.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
325.
Looking to go up top on first down. Grabs it in the middle. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.